June of 2023, I traveled across the country to Washington. This is a recollection of that adventure. Recording. Now, anytime I make... That water bottle just sounded like a snake. All right, let's start again. Hey there, everyone. Thank you so much for watching that film. Now, anytime I make a video like this where I travel, I generally get asked the same questions. What lens do you use? How do you expose Sony Log 3? What camera gear are you using? Number 1, which lens did you use? I am using the Sony 50mm f1.2 G Master. How do you color grade your Sony Log 3 footage? I have designed my very own infinity LUTs specifically for the way I shoot with the Sony Log 3 footage. I do some vignetting, add some grain, add some glow. There are dozens of color grading tutorials on this channel, and you can also pick up my course, which is available at udemy.com. That's not what this video is about. Keep moving on. How do you expose your Sony Log 3 footage? I generally expose plus 1.3 with my Sony Log 3 footage. I set my zebras at 52 and 66. 52 is for the skin tones with the LUT on, 66 is for the highlights, confirming with my histograms and my zebras. My aperture was at 2.8 or 5.6 most of the time. Next up, what filters do you use? When I'm going for a certain look, a certain image, and there's nothing on the market that gives me that look, that image to complement my style, you have to take matters into your own hands sometimes. So I designed my very own black mist filters, and this is what I used during my trip. So there you have it. Those are the answers to the most frequently asked questions. If I missed anything, leave a comment down below and I will answer it in the next video. Let's turn on director's commentary, review the film, and answer some questions in real time. Play. Okay. Glass shard, if you heard that. So it's important to catch attention, and then you can keep it with your beautiful cinematography. You can catch attention many ways. You can do that with your hearing, with your smell, with your taste, with your sight, with your touch. When it comes to video, you're only really limited to just video and audio for now, until someone develops an all-immersive experience. So I used an effect I got off of artlist.io. They have a ton of stock footage and a ton of presets, effects. This video is not sponsored by Artlist. However, that's where this effect came from. Notice these are all handheld shots. I stabilized in DaVinci Resolve and in Final Cut Pro. You can see how grainy this is. I tossed a lot of grain into this. Tried to really go for a film look. This shot here has a ton of moire. You can see in between the letters of the sign that the patterns are too fine and the lens is breaking. But you can see it. This is beautiful. I was trying to decide when I was filming this, should I expose for the highlights or shadows? Shadows can come back with the Sony Log 3 footage. Just a little bit of movement. This is in a rainforest, by the way. Yep. Just a quick disclaimer. Now, something about video that will change in the future, probably. I'm having a different experience watching this than you, the viewer, are, because you may or may not have been there. For me, it's bringing back memories because I was there, I filmed this, so I'm trying to picture and put myself there, and I feel great. That's not something that can easily be conveyed with people unless they really immerse themselves in a video. So I guess as a filmmaker, it's important to know immersing your viewer into your video as much as possible will result in a better experience. Hopefully they will like and share the video with other people just so that they can see there are beautiful places like this to go explore in the world. Get off that couch, that stool of yours, and just hop into Washington. Let's go. A text just to show you where I'm at, you know. This is beautiful. Oh. I think I overdid the blur around the edges, though. I used a mask, inverted it, and then blurred the mid-tone detail and the sharpness at the top corners. Slightly too much. I like the music, but I think it's just slightly too dramatic. It works. My journey wasn't remarkably dramatic. That's the thing. It wasn't dramatic because I had time to breathe and just take all of this in. That's what I was feeling. But this wasn't an epic journey for me. Notice that composition. Those nations. Wow. Oh, I love this shot, especially when the car comes around there. I could spend a ton of time just color grading this one shot, but I didn't want to spend a bunch of time color grading this footage. Oh, that was cool. That shot took forever just to get to look like that, though. Kind of cool. Underexposed Sony Log footage just looks grainy. Canada. I finally landed in Canada, Victoria, Canada. Province I was in is British Columbia, but this is the city of Victoria, where one of the locals referred to it as the hippie community. Oh, look at those mountains in the background and the boats in the background. It's a beautiful shot. This could even be color graded more. Mask that sky, mask those mountains and the boats in the background, clean up those highlights. See, remove that blue from the shadows of the buildings. Man, there's so much potential here. Back in Washington now. This was actually the beginning of my journey, not the end. This is part of the documentary I'm filming for Waterloop. Go check them out, waterloop.org. They are a media outlet for water solutions. Seattle. That shot is at the airport. The very last thing I actually filmed is this shot right here, because I was waiting in the airport to hop on a 10 p.m. flight that would take me to Wilmington, and I would land at 8:30 a.m. the next day. I was so tired. This is just the most beautiful shot that I could find. For a reason too. I shot less. I enjoyed it more. I put "To See the World" on there because it was from a quote from a movie, The Life of Walter Mitty, or something like that. There's a quote by Life magazine: "To see the world, things dangerous to come to see behind walls, to draw closer, to find each other, and to feel. That is the purpose of life." I thought it's a beautiful quote, so I took a line from it and put it at the end here because it means a lot to me and I resonate with it. So there you have it. We have reached the end of this video. I hope you found all this information helpful and that I've answered all your questions, because if I haven't, leave a comment down below and we'll do that in the next video. Anyway, we've reached the end of this video. I love each and every single one of you. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, stay motivated.